Now, the Western Cape has not been spared by the construction mafia. The city of Cape Town estimates it's losing nearly 60 million rand just on transport projects alone. This due to extortion as well as delays. Housing projects, especially in townships, are also rather being targeted with the criminals, of course, claiming to be seeking jobs for local residents. Now, our reporter, eNCA's Nobesuthu Hejana, is covering this story from Cape Town and joins me now just to give us an update on what exactly is happening there. Nobesuthu, a very warm good morning to you. It seems the construction mafia is not just a problem in one particular area. Cape Town also not being spared by the negative effects of this mafia.
Certainly, and quite a number of projects that have had to be delayed in a number of communities across the Cape Flats, including Gugule to Mitchell's Plain, Khayelitsha, as well as Mfuleni. It's very windy where we are. We are in Makhasa just to talk to a community leader, Mr. Peter Haldrich, who's going to tell us about why we are standing here. On Saturday, there was a robbery of contract workers who are working for the city of Cape Town who were robbed here, and Mr. Peter is going to tell us exactly what happened and the delay or the impact that has had to the community here. Mr. Peter, thank you so much for your time. We are standing next to the road here in Makhasa. Just give us an idea as to why we're here and what was happening here.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you that on Saturday we had some contract workers working right here where we are standing. Then 10 armed men pulled up with a white Nissan bakkie, jumped off the bakkie, and then forced these workers to the ground. Throughout the ordeal, I can tell you that these contract workers informed me that they held the guns against their heads, and they made it very clear if they did not cooperate, they would be shot.
And obviously, at this stage, you were telling me that you don't want to jump the gun and say it's linked to construction mafia, but there have been incidents or reports in the community about certain crimes. Just tell us about that.
Yeah, I can tell you we're waiting for this matter to be investigated. I don't want to link it to the construction mafia, but it is true that there are reports. We do have issues within our community where you would find people would come out and aggressively or violently stop work happening in the community. I can also tell you that even NGOs that are supposed to be working for our community, even they are now jumping on board, and we believe some of these NGOs are a front for these construction mafia.
And tell me about the impact. Obviously, we're not seeing anyone here on site. We don't know whether it's because of that incident, and we don't know whether the people will come back eventually to continue with the work.
Look, I can tell you that the employees that were working here is quite traumatized. We are dealing with that today. We are sitting with them, but also we are reassessing the safety plan. So I spoke to the contractor and our officials this morning, and they've informed me now that they're going to have to beef up security, but obviously they are sitting today with that plan.
And tell me, what was supposed to be happening here?
At the moment, what we're doing here is linking the two wastewater treatment plants together. So there's a pipeline being constructed here. It's very important work, but that has now obviously had to stop for today while we reassess the safety of our contract workers.
Sure. And as a community leader, I mean, what is your plea? Because not only are these things happening here in Makhasa, we are only seeing the same things happening in Mfuleni where people were shot. So obviously it impacts on the development of communities. So what is your plea to these people who are behind these crimes?
Look, I think my plea would go out to SAPS. We have been speaking to SAPS for a very long time about this specific road. Recently, on the 28th of May, the 1st of June and the 3rd of June, we actually had bodies being dumped here on this very same road. In the media, you will see for the last 2 weeks, the provincial commissioner and their spokesperson indicated to us and informed us that they are going to patrol this road. Now you will see there is no patrols happening on this road. I've spent quite a long time on this road to try and see if there's any visibility from SAPS, and there is none. Our plea is for them to please stick to their promises. They promised to patrol this road, and they need to do that.
All right, thank you very much. Well, Dumelo, that was Mr. Peter Haldrich, community leader here in Makhasa, talking about the impact of these construction mafia. I mean, community members at this stage are vulnerable because no work can continue due to the fear, and a lot of people are losing their jobs who are dependent on these works. And if these criminals continue, they not only impact the work that needs to be done in communities, but those who are working on site. As we've heard from Mr. Halrich talking about, they are calling on SAPS to beef up security, to provide those law enforcement agencies to patrolling this particular area.
Yeah. And also, I mean, Nobesuthu, this also speaks to their lives being protected as well. I mean, from what we have learned about the construction mafia, they can be also quite a dangerous group that can assault workers, that can put, workers' lives in danger. So that patrolling quite important. And hopefully law enforcement will, of course, get in touch to address this matter and also assure what they're doing in Cape Town to keep those whose lives are in danger safe. But thanks for this update, eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana out for us in Cape Town.